And feel free to ask me how I feel about Raw or any of that shit.
Yeah, here we go. So we got the Royal Rumble 1991. Fantastic logo, by the way. I don't know if you're looking at it on the Wikipedia. I
That's a
love
nice
that
little logo.
logo. Yeah. But it's in Miami, Florida, in the Miami Arena, 16,000 strong. Friend versus friend, foe versus foe. It's every man for himself is the tagline.
Man, was it.
Fortunately or unfortunately, however you look at it, whoever you love, the commentators for tonight was Gorilla Monsoon and our guy Roddy Piper. But yeah,
Piper was amped the fuck up on this show.
yes, he was. But we start off this night. You know, we have an American flag waving for a good 10 seconds, and then you hear, oh no, drawing a blank, Howard Finkel say, all rise for the national anthem, and they start playing it and everything. Uh, and then after you get the Mr. McMahon yearly, I'm gonna seriously say everybody's name who's in this Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
It's like,
As though, Bushwhacker Luke could possibly win the Royal Rumble.
yeah, I forgot which Bushwhacker it was, but yeah, oof.
Oh, there was a great Bushwhacker moment in this Rumble.
I
Great
gotta
one.
I gotta tell you a Bushwhacker thing real quick. I was watching this new movie. It's called A Real Pain. It stars Jesse Eisenberg and Kieran Culkin, and it came out this year. Well, last year, I guess 2024. And they're in Italy. It's about two guys who go and they see their mother or their grandmother's like birthplace, where they or where she grew up and everything. And they're walking down this long road, and I think Jesse Eisenberg's character is like, "Hey, you remember this from the '90s, the Bushwhackers?" And they start doing the Bushwhacker walk down the road. It was the greatest thing ever, and it's like, what a small world, because literally we watch them every week almost, and now they're doing it in this random ass 2024 movie that I'm watching. Or maybe they listened to us review the Bushwhackers in one of our episodes and they just wanted to copy us. So you just never
Maybe.
know.
It would be the first time.
No.
Dude, speaking of tie-in or just crazy timing on like our podcast and stuff like that. Bob Uecker, man.
Yeah, he's back for this weekend, right? Or no, he passed away. He
Yeah.
just passed away.
Yeah. Yeah. They mentioned that like every time so many times on Raw, and every time I was just thinking like, man, we were just referring to him as like the baseball guy on one of the WrestleManias where he was like in love with Vanna White or something like that. It
Wouldn't leave her
seems
alone,
so
yeah.
long ago. We were back in those days.
Oh, Bob Uecker. Lived a good life, 90 years old. I mean, you can't beat that. I guess 100, but you know what? Shout
Yeah,
out Bob Uecker.
yeah.
Had one kid, Steve Uecker. Uh Oh, never mind. He passed away in 2012.
I feel
Okay.
like I brought the energy down talking about Bob Uecker dying. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Uh, but yeah, no, Bob Uecker was great. New York Yankees, Brewers. Very, very big person in baseball, especially in baseball movies. You couldn't watch a baseball movie in the 2000s without seeing Bob Uecker. So yeah.
And there's a lot of movies about baseball in the 2000s.
I've never seen a bad Super Bowl or baseball movie, or I've seen bad Super Bowls, but I've never seen a bad baseball movie.
I've seen a lot of bad wrestling movies.
Mm. We've watched two
Wait
movies,
until
I
we
think.
watch Ready to Rumble on this show, man.
We watched two movies. I
With
think
a
we're what one for one
Yeah,
for
but I
two.
mean, They Live wasn't a movie that like a wrestling movie though. It was
Right.
just
Yeah.
a movie with a wrestler. Not Ready to Rumble. That's the uh, what the fuck was the Hogan one called? I can't. I've
Oh
already lost my
no.
No Holds Barred. No
No
Holds Barred.
hold.
No
That's
Holds
the
Barred
movie.
was a wrestling movie. Like he was literally the WWF champion in the movie.
Yeah. I've never seen Ready to Rumble. Is it good?
Dude, no.
Oh.
I mean, look, it's whatever. It's a stupid 2000s David Arquette like fart comedy movie. So about wrestling, it's as ridiculous as it sounds.
Hey, I don't think no one loves
It
wrestling more than David Arquette, to be honest with you.
I'm gonna be honest with you. We're going to enjoy watching it for sure.
Yeah.
If nothing else, you
No,
might
I
think it's a
could
dog
tell.
shit
Yeah.
movie, and maybe it is, but you'll enjoy it. Like like we watched The Room.
Yeah, no, I could tell. Bill Goldberg, DDP, Sting. There's a
If
bunch
you
of
were
people
just
in there.
on the WCW roster, you were just on that movie.
Oh my
You were
God.
in there.
There's a lot of people in it. Rey Mysterio, John Cena.
Yeah, John Cena is in fact in that movie, like in the background. This is
Savage,
before I think before he was even like
Yeah, it's 2000, so
probably
he's
even before he was
almost here.
prototype.
Yeah.
He was
Ruthless.
probably like in the training circuit of whatever schools they were using to fill out like bodies
Yeah.
and play, big beefy wrestlers, and he was probably jacked to the fucking gills back then. So yeah, of course he
Yeah.
was. He was the prototype. So Vince is yelling in Rumble entries. My bad. We got a little sidetrack.
Yeah, and then Gorilla and Piper, they introduced the night and everything. But we kick it to our first match. It's a tag team match. Who doesn't love tag teams? Especially these two teams, because by golly, dude, they know how to wrestle. Uh,
Dude, this match was fucking cool.
we have the Rockers, of course, Marty Jannetty and Shawn Michaels versus the Orient Express, Kato and Tanaka, with their or Kato and Tanaka, my bad, with
Yeah,
their manager
was this a
Mr. Fuji.
different was this a different guy than the last time we had the Orient Express?
So I looked it up. He wears the mask sometimes, and he doesn't. It's Kato.
Yeah,
He wears the mask sometimes, and yeah, he doesn't sometimes.
because this is Paul Diamond.
Who?
I
The
mean that's not gonna
Rockers?
mean anything, but like no, Kato, that's not gonna mean anything to you or like it. I didn't really know much about this dude either. Just I can see here is Paul Diamond.
Oh, well, maybe it was a different one.
I don't remember, man.
Hmm. Anyway, yeah, Cameron. I'm gonna be honest with you. Teaming the Rockers with these two guys might have been one of the best cold opens of a pay-per-view that we've seen in the '90s so far.
Dude, this was all I've been wanting out of fucking WCW forever. Like, with their openers, like having Flying Brian come out and do his style of match. This is what I've been wanting, out of those matches, and instead he's wrestling guys like Buddy Landell and shit. But like this was great. Um, Probably my favorite rocker tag match we've watched so far, if I'm being honest.
Hmm. I
And
like
also way better than the WrestleMania 6 match these two teams had. Way better.
I mean, honestly, my favorite part, I think, is like the karate poses the Orient Express does. I think it's very funny. I think it's the illusion of the super kicks that the Rockers constantly do, and I just think, oh, that's Shawn Michaels is just gonna make that his own thing, and uh,
Yeah. And people today are mad that wrestlers throw too many super kicks when, like, I swear to God, we see super kicks so often right now.
yeah, especially with the Usos, that's all they do. Sami Zayn, Cody
Well, you
Rhodes.
ever watch you remember the Young Bucks back in like the 2016 to 2020 era? I'm sure they do it now
Oh, and
still,
NXT,
where
yeah,
they had like the whole no, 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 the Young Bucks and AEW. Like the whole super kick party thing.
yeah, weren't they in NXT in 2016?
No, no.
Oh, yeah, maybe I'm wrong, but no, I,
I'm
I
not sure who you're
then I
thinking of.
don't, yeah, I don't know then. Who's the
Yeah.
main young buck? Um, I always hear his
Well, I mean,
name.
they're twins, so like I don't really think there's a main one. I
Yeah,
feel like we're thinking of different people entirely.
maybe. Oh yeah, we definitely are. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
All
you're right.
right. So We get the Orient Express. They jump the Rockers. Big ass like backdrop to Shawn Michaels. And then Jannetty comes back in, runs them out of the ring, and then a big double dive. And this gets USA chance landed because we're in America, and goddamn it, and on this show tonight in this building, we love America.
Yeah.
We get some awesome exchanges with Jannetty, and like he ends up like with a lot of flipping, reversing a bunch of shit, leapfrogging one, and he ends up like running the other one into the. He ends up like running into his partner. I thought that was really cool.
What's
You got someone?
yeah, what's crazy is I mean every tag team match you'll see will be a hot start, doesn't matter. Uh
Yeah,
but what was I gonna say? The Rockers, they're one of the only teams right now that I feel like don't give a fuck about their bodies and will just fly out of the ring. Um,
they got to get over, man.
and even later on in the match, I forgot who it is, but one literally just gets shoved off the top rope and falls on. I think it's Sean. He gets shoved off the top rope and just falls onto the ground.
Oh
Literally just
yeah,
went through
yeah.
stuff.
I remember what you're talking about. Like that's. I think that I don't remember if that's like later on because like the next thing I have is where Sean's like he's beating the fuck out of the one dude in the corner as the other one comes in and Sean just moonsaults onto him.
Mm-hmm. Oh man,
And
Mr.
then like
Fuji.
so
I do
oh
gotta bring.
sorry.
I gotta bring some
Go
things
go
up.
go. Yeah.
Is it just me? Besides, if you're like Sherry, and I'm trying to think of someone else, but I feel like Jimmy Hart. I mean, he doesn't really do too much things anymore. Bobby Heenan. I mean, he did. He. I mean, never mind. I guess he does a lot. Bobby Heenan and maybe like Sherry. I feel like do a lot. Uh, I remember like years ago, like Mr. Fuji would have been like constantly standing on the side of the ring grabbing refs. Like I feel like he's
Yeah.
really like
Cooking
dialed it
them,
down a little bit.
cane.
Yeah.
Yeah, throwing salt and shit. I think honestly, now that you pointed out, like all the managers are a lot less involved than they used to be. Like, you still have your people that get involved, but like the whole match used to be built around what the manager was doing. I don't even know who all are Jimmy Hart's clients right now, and like who are in the Heenan family or whatever.
Yeah. One
Granted, we're
Jimmy.
only watching the pay-per-views, and like so much changes between
Yeah. Each
just
show.
one WWF show at this point.
One thing that I did notice, there's no honky tonk man on this show, and it
Yeah, I
really
know,
bothers
man.
me. Really
Yeah,
bothers me.
Greg Valentine wasn't even dressed like him anymore. I
Nope.
don't even think we have Rhythm and Blues anymore, dude. All right. So anyway,
Let's see.
up
Oh,
to this match,
dude.
this match has
Oh,
been like
dude.
really cool. It's been rocker heavy, but it's who cares? Like this is probably the Rockers shine match anyway. So like I don't know. I really enjoyed this. I'm reading my notes, like just going back over. I don't want to just like do play by play. I'm trying to find
Now,
like the
real
big
quick,
crazy spots
I
I
just
like.
want to throw this out here. Okay, Universal Wrestling Federation is formed in 1991.
Mm-hmm.
Their first three signings: Andre the Giant,
Mm-hmm.
Greg Valentine, and Rick Rude.
Uh, well, I feel like that's a case of there's always going to be this thing where some other company is trying to start up, and a lot of them, when they start up, grab some of the older established talent to be like, I'm the legend, and I think this is the fucking place of the future. Or, well, you just be like, hey, here's the belt, yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess those were three of the signings for them. But I mean, it's also like they're probably there's probably not much time for them. Or I mean, in the case of Andre and maybe Greg Valentine, I don't really know about Rick Rude at this point, but there's probably like not much time left for them anyway. We've been looking at Greg Valentine since the first episode.
Yeah.
Uh, and
85.
at this point, it's like come in and be a legend here, work a much lighter schedule, and since we have this influx of money that we can throw around, here's a easier payday for you. And then what's the worst that happens? It doesn't really work out, and they can be like, "Hey Vince, I'm here to here to float at the bottom of the card again." Like, all right, cool. So,
Yeah. So what's good though is like I'm looking at some more honky tonk stuff. So he's in WCW in '94, and then he's
oh man, you're spoiling things for yourself. But keep going, keep going.
I know he's back in WWF '96 and '98, and then he comes back in 2001. So it's not over. Hopefully,
No, it's not over. There's always there'll be some honky tonk man around for a little while.
very big independent guy. But yeah, no, back to us in this match though. Let's see, where am I right here? Um,
One thing I do want to point out, hey, does this sound familiar to you? So I don't remember who it is. He goes for the backslide. He goes for a hip toss, and Jannetty does this beautiful reversal. Like I don't remember exactly what it looked like, but he gets into the backslide attempt, right?
mhm.
And he's struggling, and someone comes along and hits one of them so he can get the backslide. That was
Yeah,
the
it's
exact spot
yep.
that Rey Mysterio and Norman Smiley did on Starrcade. That one of them got hurt. That I think that's the spot Rey Mysterio got hurt. That was the exact spot. Like, and they didn't fuck it up quite as bad, but it was still also kind of awkward. But Jannetty gets out of it. Yeah, it was
Exactly.
Tanaka that kicked Jannetty so Kato could get the backslide. My bad. I see it right here. Okay, and here's where you were talking about. Jannetty's about to do the rocket launcher thing to Sean, and then Kato and Tanaka kicked him, and Sean just fucking falls to the floor.
Yeah, and so yeah, so he's like laying out on the floor, and then you get so you going back into the ring, and they're doing some double team moves on Janetti, and then what do you call that when they have him down there? It's the slingshot, right?
Yeah, the slingshot into the chop, which I guess is cool, but why?
I
Seems like a
I
lot of work for nothing, but whatever. It looked cool.
yeah, I don't know.
It made the finish look better, I guess, because like we knew what they were doing.
Yeah. So yeah, he comes back in. He hits one of the Express members with a chop, and then he goes and he helps like Marty flip over and roll up. Is it like a kind of like a
Let's do a sunset flip.
sunset flip? And then the Rockers pin him 1, 2, 3.
That was fucking awesome.
It is.
5 minutes, no, sorry, 19 minutes and 15 seconds. I was looking at the wrong time. 20. That was like the longest match that wasn't the Rumble on this show. Thank God. This was awesome.
I agree. I think it is one of the best openers that we've seen in this
Yeah.
podcast history.
Yeah, and it's so cool that like it wasn't just Shawn Michaels being awesome. Like all four of these guys are really good. Marty Jannetty was fucking great in this match. Marty Jannetty's honestly been really good the entire time. And I think honestly in some ways Marty Jannetty has stood out a little more than Shawn in some of these rocker matches, but this is a really good showing for all four of these guys. I don't know if this was the same Orient Express pairing. I know Tanaka was one of them, but I don't remember if Kato was there the last few times. But I quite enjoyed this match. A really good opener, and I was like, man, I really hope that it isn't about to just nosedive from here. But I tried to be optimistic.
You have to at some at points, but there's some people that help the show a lot.
Goddamn, was there ever?
Including this this one man right here, Macho Man Randy Savage, who is being interviewed by Sean Mooney, and he's talking about how, if Sergeant Slaughter wins tonight, he's promised me that I will be the number one contender. I will be able to fight him for the belt first, um, and that he looks at Sean. He's like, now and Sean's like, well, what if Savage wins? And he's like, don't get too ahead of yourself. Uh, and just give me a second and watch what Sherry's about to do. Watch the TV. Watch TV. These small ass little TVs they had in the 90s.
Yeah. Which, by the way, hope Warrior wasn't watching, because otherwise he'd just be like, "Watch what? Watch Sherry do what?"
Yeah.
And then be completely aware of what's about to happen,
What do you mean?
or at least that something's up.
Yeah. So Sherry, she's going out there, and Mean Gene is following her, and they're like, he, he's like, oh wait, well, actually, the funniest part I wanted to bring up before we go into this is so she's talking how she wants to issue like a public challenge to Ultimate Warrior, and while she's talking, you see a picture in picture. I think it's the first time we've seen this in WWE.
Yes, dude, this was great. I loved this.
You get a live look at Randy Savage, who's not even watching the TV. He's like looking around, pointing, doing whatever he wants to do.
Oh
And
yeah, yeah, look at this, yeah.
oh yeah, Sherry.
Oh yeah, that's good, yeah.
And she's basically saying like, you know, if you win, you should guarantee that Macho Man gets the first fight for the belt and everything. So Warrior comes out, of course, looking cool as shit. By the way, that USA jacket, his paint, just
I thought this
everything
looked
about him.
weird.
You didn't
The
like it?
because no, my thing with like a leather jacket is, to me, leather jackets look cool until you zip them up.
Okay.
And the only reason it's zipped up is because the political landscape right now, all you have to do for easy baby face, points is America, USA, USA, and then everyone just loves you much more. So he's like, if I zip this up and show the entire flag, ooh, I don't know. It seemed a little just too on the nose, but like it was just weird seeing Warrior come out with a jacket at period.
Well, it doesn't last long, the jacket, because
No, no, it doesn't.
as soon as he comes out, she's talking to him, and then she takes a glance, and I think she utters the words like, when you really stare into those hazel eyes, you really just want to kiss them. And
In
bro,
the eyes, yeah.
she starts unbuttoning his jacket and rubbing her
Yep.
hands on his chest and abdomen. And then she leans in for a kiss and pecks him on the mouth. And
He kind of pulls away though. He kind of pulls
yep.
away. He's not.
And he's doing this
Warrior's
thing
not gonna
where
give in.
he's touching his lips. And then Sherry, who's continued talking. By the way, Ultimate Warrior has not said a word at this point.
No,
She
nothing.
is literally rubbing her fingers, or he's rubbing her fingers, or he's rubbing his fingers across his lips, like getting it off. And she's on her knees. This very,
Crowd
very,
immediately pops. By the way,
yeah, very,
like the
very funny.
second she starts to lower onto her knees, the crowd explodes.
Yeah. Very memeable picture. And
Oh, extremely.
yeah, and she's still begging and pleading on her knees, and he spits to his left. He leans into the mic and he goes, "No!"
He
And
starts convulsing.
yeah, and then he walks away.
I love Savage's reaction. He's just pissed. He's fucking flipping shit around.
He's like,
But he
"I'm
fucking
gonna
just
go get
bolts.
him."
Yeah, he just fucking bolts to the ring. I
And
can't believe that didn't work, dude. God damn it.
yeah, and he runs out there, and of course, I mean, Ultimate Warrior is Gonzo, and he's just flipping out. And then, literally, instead of us seeing them two walk away, they're like, "In our next match."
Yeah, dude. What the fuck, dude? Royal Rumble again delivers a fucking quality non-wrestling moment. This was I don't know why I enjoyed this as much as I did. The absurdity of Sherry, like they're resorting that low. Like they're digging that low That they're that desperate for a title match that they're gonna like Sherry's gonna seduce the Ultimate Warrior now. Which the idea of somebody seducing this character alone is the one of the most hilarious concepts I think we've seen in wrestling. Period. The only thing more absurd than this is a dude that can use a computer like on command to tell him what moves to do to win wrestling matches and predict how quick he can do it.
Yeah,
Um,
but we know that's legit.
yeah, yeah. I like, dude. I don't. I I I just love the thought that Randy Savage thought this plan would work. It's beyond hilarious to me.
Yeah, no.
This is the best that Randy Savage could come up with.
Oh
And
yeah.
they're doing a good job here of like making you think, that Savage would be the title contender for either one now, regardless of who wins. So like it gives you a reason to believe Warrior's gonna keep the title. Because like, you know, if Warrior were to beat Slaughter and Randy Savage is gonna keep pestering like this, of course Randy Savage is gonna get the title match. Especially with how simplistic the wrestling booking is around this time. Although I say simplistic, but it's been kind of fucking erratic and crazy at times. Um, but like they did enough to make you think that the title match could go to Warrior.
Yeah, because they're putting in all that effort
Yeah,
and they're making
for
Warrior
a,
do all these things.
for a scenario that you might not even get to see,
Right. But our next match, though, a fan favorite of ours, we had the
dude.
Barbarian, who last episode I
Yeah,
thought was a different guy than the actual Barbarian,
nope,
uh,
he's just the Barbarian.
with his manager Bobby Heenan versus the one, the only Big Boss Man.
Yeah. First of all, in my notes I wrote, "Fuck, wrestling is back." Big reaction for Boss Man. Big reaction.
What's his
Which
theme song? You know,
oh
you
good.
do it so well. His theme
Oh
song.
my god, Hard Times was stuck in my head for days after this. Doing Hard Time. It was awesome.
I was thinking, what's the city he says in it?
Oh, Cobb County,
Cobb
Georgia.
County, Georgia. Okay, yeah, okay. That's what I was thinking. Uh, yeah. So, Barbarian's outfit, by the way, very awesome.
Yeah,
Very,
he can
very awesome.
actually, like I said last time, he can actually excuse me, be a barbarian now. So
Yeah.
now he can dress like it instead of whatever the fuck a power of pain is.
Yeah. But of course it's 91 and hot starts are the thing of the future, and so Bossman enters the ring, or he slides, uh, and Bobby Heenan and the Barbarian, they run away, of course. They're talking about what they're gonna do. So Bossman he grabs Barbarian's fur and he starts fucking taunting them from the outside. Um, and the ref's like, "What the fuck are you doing, bro?" And so he takes that in his nightstick, and Barbarian then joins the ring. Barbarian, great wrestler, by the way. I actually like Barbarian.
I think I said it last week. Like Barbarian's the guy that I wish they would be building to, fight Hogan. I think that'd be much cooler to look at than Hogan and Earthquake. Nothing against Earthquake, because I think Earthquake's been doing just fine.
Yeah.
But Barbarian just looks far more intimidating and scary
Mm-hmm.
than Earthquakes. I feel like this dude's not I don't know about wasted like here in the undercard, but I don't it's not like I feel like he'd be lighting up the main event or anything, but I feel like this dude looks a lot better than he's presented on the card.
Yeah, and I think every time we see Bossman, he loses 10 pounds. So that's also
Yeah,
good.
dude, Boss Man's like he's dropping weight. He's getting faster. Uh and his work gets like really good, dude. Like Boss Man's doing some really good work right now. I feel like I've really enjoyed anything Boss Man that wasn't uh what was his team with Akeem Twin Towers?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, anything that wasn't Twin Towers, I've thought has been really cool from Boss Man. Like, this guy's been great.
That might have been the greatest thing for his career was him not being in the
Yeah,
tag team
yeah,
again.
yeah.
Especially with Akeem. So sorry, Akeem, the African Dream.
This thing's not working out for him. Yeah.
Yeah, Barbarian, he gets the early offense, but of course our big boss man, he throws him to the outside. Uh, Boss man then follows him. He throws him in the post, and he tries to like suplex him, and then Barbarian thumbs him in the eye, bro. What is
That's what a barbarian would do.
it's is he wearing a kilt? Would you consider that a kilt, Barbarian? What he's wearing?
No, I think it was supposed to be like a.
It's
God
like
damn, what?
trunks with some
Like a.
add-ons, right?
Yeah, not like loincloth or something like that.
Yeah.
But like I don't know, just the skins of something you killed or some shit.
Yeah. Um. But yeah, and then a little goes by, back and forth. Clothesline from the Barbarian. Uh. And whatever. Oh, Boss Man, he gets tangled up in the ropes, and he's kind of hanging like.
Yeah, by his like ankle. That was
Yeah,
weird.
his head's down toward the ground, all the blood rushing to his head. He's like, "What the fuck?" Thank God Barbarian unties him. And then he basically just starts ramming Big Boss Man's back into the post. And then he see this is why like Heenan though is the exception to what I was meaning earlier, because he does attack Boss Man while Barbarian is distracting him here. So I would say Heenan and
Yeah.
I would say Sherry are probably the only two right now who literally you can't miss them every match.
Piper's response to this is and he tells Heenan to get a life.
Get a life.
I don't know why I wrote that. Dude, Piper was like livid. He hates heels for somebody who I've mostly seen wrestle as a heel in WWF, but
Hmm.
Piper was like explosive as fuck on commentary. That dude had zero chill the entire show.
Yeah. The match continues. A lot of back and forth offense. No one really had it like most of the match. If I were to give one to it, I might say Barbarian, especially uh,
Yeah,
with
but
everything.
yeah, they stayed pretty back and forth the entire time.
Yeah, and
Fucking bear hugs, of course. Like,
who
gotta get the
doesn't
bear hugs in.
who doesn't love a bear hug? So both men end up colliding in the middle of the ring. Barbarian gets up, he hits a clothesline from the top rope, and then he goes for the pin. And they do this cool thing where Boss Man he first gets his foot on the ropes, and then Boss Man gets up and hits his Boss Man slam. It looks kind of weird. I don't think they really did it that well. And then
Nah, they didn't.
Barbarian gets his fingertip on the rope. Jeez. Um, and then Barbarian
Come
hits
on.
Barbarian hits this pile driver that looked awful.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
I wrote Barbarian hits a pile driver that would make Kevin Owens laugh.
yeah.
He doesn't go for the pin though, man.
Yep. And of course, it's the 90s. Barbarian goes up, flying crossbody. Of course, it's rolled into a pin, and Bossman wins for the 3. 1, 2,
The old
3.
Ricky Steamboat.
Yep. Uh, yeah. After the match, though, we have Sean Mooney, who's interviewing Sergeant Slaughter, and General Adnan. Is that Adnan? Is right?
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
before we get into that, what did you think of the Boss Man Barbarian match?
I hate that Boss Man's a mid card warrior right now, but I like Barbarian. Honestly, if I were picking one of the two who I'd want to see advance more, I think Barbarian's really good, and I want him to fight more people instead of Tito Santana and Boss Man.
All right.
What about you?
I thought the finish was kind of whatever. I'd rather we just won with the Boss Man Slam because that's his finisher.
Yeah.
But whatever. Because honestly, I'm just happy that this match had a fucking finish. Because Landon, do you know? Do you know how many like countouts and double disqualifications there were on this show?
Uh,
None.
Yeah, I was gonna say 0.
You know how long I've been wanting this? Just finishes. Like, if this was 3 years ago, when both of them wound up on the outside. No, no. What would have happened is Barbarian would have hit that pile driver, and Boss Man would have rolled to the outside, and then they would have fought outside for 10 seconds. But instead, we get a finish. And does it make you want to see Barbarian any less that he lost that match?
No,
No.
I want to see
You
him way
just said
more.
you want to see more of him. Yeah, exactly. Uh, I I thought this was awesome. Not like the match was awesome. I thought the match was quite enjoyable. Like it wasn't a technical masterpiece, but who the fuck would have wanted it to be? And I thought these two worked their asses off, and like the match was structured pretty well. It's a nice little hoss fight, you know.
Yeah,
And again, I'm
awesome.
just happy to see an actual finish. Uh, so yeah,
Yeah,
another good showing by Boss Man. Another good showing by Barbarian as well. Honestly,
shout out Barbarian. Barbarian. That's my Ultimate Warrior Barbarian voice. Uh, but yeah, Sean Mooney
good.
with Sergeant Slaughter, General Adnan.
Yeah, number
Uh,
one contender now, dude. God damn it.
yeah. Uh, he calls Warrior Ultimate Puke.
A
Um,
lot. Like he's beat you over the head with that joke. Like I know I'm one to do that. Like I'll beat the fuck out of a dead horse, you know. Especially if I find it funny. But dude, every other line was like the ultimate puke.
and that if he becomes the new champion, like good luck to everyone, man. There's gonna be
Yeah, America's
turmoil
dead.
everywhere. Yeah, and everyone's gonna have
America's
to
dead.
look
We're
up to me and
fucked.
respect me.
What are we gonna do, man? We're fucked. The economy's gonna collapse.
Yeah,
All the jobs are gonna disappear. All of our money will be sent to Iraq. All of our property will be sent to Iraq. We'll have nothing.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. Uh,
I honest to God don't either.
you're about a month old right here.
Yeah, dude, I'm terrified, man. I don't know if
uh,
my mom understands what's happening or not,
yeah, and
but I sure do.
of course, you can't have a title defense without interviewing both guys. So here's Ultimate Warrior. And yeah, he's basically saying like, I don't give orders out. He's like he's saying that Sergeant Slaughter doesn't give orders, he takes them. Um, and I'm trying to see what else he said. I'm trying to look through my notes.
It's something like he
Uh,
gets
oh
his orders from the Warrior Nation or some shit like that.
yeah, and he's like, Gene asks like, what about Slaughter's turmoil over America, or whatever? And Warrior's like, turmoil is nothing but a grain of sand in the desert where he will dig a foxhole for Slaughter.
Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't really have anything out of either promo that I noted down. I just like I don't think they were like like below average promos or anything. This is pretty much what you expect from Sergeant Slaughter, what you expect from Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah. So Sergeant Slaughter, General Adnan, they enter the ring, of course, first, and then you're just waiting for it, because you know how Ultimate Warrior is, and yeah. So of course his music hits. The Ultimate Warrior, 270 pounds, boom, comes running down the ring. I love. There's the shot of him running down the ring, and every time he passes a kid, they uh put their hands down. It's like the wave motion. It's like they are going down because
Yeah,
like,
you know, like,
damn,
he's gone. Fuck.
he's not gonna high five me. But
No.
he,
He came up with the best gimmick to avoid fan interaction and just fucking sprint to the ring.
yeah, leave me the fuck alone, bro. But yeah, dude. Oh my God, this man comes into the ring.
That was a great opener here.
Adnan and Slaughter are trying to clothesline him with the pole and flag, and he dodged it twice, and then he clotheslined them both. Adnan, of course, runs away, and he grabs the flag, starts ripping it up. Slaughter comes back in the ring, and this man has the audacity to shove the flag down his throat, and then he
Yeah, he also broke
literally,
the flag over his knee.
Yeah, and he literally starts choking Slaughter out with the Iraq flag.
Oh, I thought that was like the headdress, but I guess it was the flag.
Yeah. And like, oh my god, bro. Wow.
Crowd
Like
is losing their fucking minds, dude.
ripping a flag is a bold move, by the way.
Yeah, it's the '90s. You know, it was different. It's different back then. Plus, like, it's right in the middle of that
Also the bell
fucking
rang.
whatever Desert Shield was. I don't know.
The bell rang and he's using wood from the flag and the actual flag to choke him out. The match should have been over in 30 seconds.
Yeah, Ultimate Warrior still champion by the technicality.
Yeah, and I don't have to deal with reality now.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my god. And of course, Warrior's beating the shit out of him. And Sherry comes out and she's walking across the ring. Warrior, he sets him up for this move off the ropes. So he starts running towards it, and of course Sherry grabs his leg, and
Mm.
he turns around. And Warrior's not one to back down from a fight, by the way. Ultimate Warrior.
Oh hell no, no he'll hit a bitch. He doesn't care. He'll
Yeah.
go after her.
So he jumps out the ring. He starts running up the ramp. And all of a sudden, jump scare, Macho Man, move the fuck out of the way. I'm going to truck your ass. Hits him right onto the ground. I don't know how they must trust each other a lot, man. Oh my God. He leveled him. Dude, I love that. I watched it 3 times. You cannot see Savage at all because how bad the lighting is. It's just completely dark over there.
Yeah,
But
he
he
comes
just
literally just out of fucking nowhere.
emerges from the shadows, bro. Shout out Randy Savage, man.
He
Yeah.
really is great, man.
And instead of the ref like looking, what's going on there? Or maybe he was. He's like, I can't see. There's no lights.
I can't
Savage just
see all those lights. Yeah.
Savage just beating the shit out of uh Ultimate Warrior. And so Savage eventually goes away, and the ref starts counting, of course. And Ultimate Warrior's just down. It's like it's over, bro. Like he's gonna get counted out. But every time he gets to a high enough number, Sergeant Slaughter he keeps like hitting the ref. He's like, no, stop. Slapping his
Yeah,
hands
yeah,
down.
because he wants the belt.
And so we have Ultimate Warrior who's like crawling desperately trying to get back into this ring. And it's just like, Jesus Christ, this dude got leveled by probably the best wrestler on the roster. Like, what are we gonna do now? And so I mean, I think it's like 3 or 4 times where he does, the finger thing before. I think Slaughter, he just literally walks out of the ring and he's like, you know what, I'm just gonna drag your ass in here
Yeah, I was
myself.
gonna get him. Yeah,
Yeah. And oh, what's also cool that I wanted to mention, like the USA chance to try to get Ultimate Warrior back in.
yeah. That was the go-to for this crowd. Is anytime they needed a baby face to rally, anytime they needed anything to happen, or if they were just happy in general. USA, USA, USA.
Yeah. And of course now we've entered the the Sergeant
Uh
Slaughter era where here's a bear hug for about
oh.
10 minutes. This is how this is
Dude,
how
that's
Sergeant Slaughter does.
forever.
It does. But of course the USA chants fuel Ultimate Warrior and he slams him on the ground. Uh and then Slaughter, he hits a backbreaker, and then he gets Warrior in the camel clutch. I'm gonna be honest, Sergeant Slaughter, his um bald spot might be the worst I've ever seen on a person. They are fucking with him when they go the behind the back angle, bro. They are messing with my guy, man. Well, actually, I don't want to call him my guy. I don't fuck with Sergeant Slaughter, but uh, yeah, dude. Oh my God. The back of the head angle just ruins him, man. I don't know why we're doing this. Poor dude. I don't know. I mean, he's older, so he probably doesn't care. Like, I think he's like in
I
his
mean,
40s at this point.
look at Hogan's head when he comes in later.
Yeah, no, his is bad.
Hogan's basically bald at this point.
His hair is so thin. Like, it's
Yeah.
awful. Yeah. Um. Yeah. So they're fighting. Warrior, he eventually hulks up. He does a shoulder tackle, and of course, Sherry comes back out with a scepter. And then Warrior, he pulls her into the ring, and Savage, you see Savage running out, and he literally throws her over the top rope onto Randy Savage. Uh, and while he's looking over,
Dude, she when she flips over the rope, she basically just lands straight on her head.
yeah, dude, it was awful. Remember whenever who Savage hit Sherry, like fucking when he got thrown out when him and Hulk Hogan were a team, and he leveled her. Not Sherry, but uh, what was her name?
Oh, Elizabeth.
Elizabeth. Yeah, leveled her.
Yeah, he just
That's how that
basically,
was.
yeah, ran her over.
Yeah,
Randy Savage, dude, the master of running people over.
especially women. Uh,
Especially women.
yeah, Sergeant Slaughter he needs him in the back. And I'm sorry, I wrote down a shit ton of notes for this. I'm so sorry, by the way, if I'm just rambling about anything.
No, you're
Uh,
doing great. This is awesome. You're
okay,
doing
cool,
great.
cool, cool. Uh, so yeah, so he's getting choked out by Slaughter now, and he's close to the ropes, and so he grabs him, and the referee pulls him back, and of course Savage gets this scepter, and dude, when I say he slams, and everyone listen, when I say he
Yeah,
slams this
yeah.
shit on, it shatters, bro. Glass everywhere. He hit him. He's bleeding. Like it is so bad. And Slaughter, he drops an elbow on him and then pins him. 1, 2, 3. And what sucks is like you you can kind of tell there's blood. Like you see some on the floor and like some dripping from his nose and stuff. But it's like I hate it for Warrior because I know he probably wanted to do something after the match or something like to that extent. But he's literally just holding his face and then he gets up and runs, sprints out of that place.
Well, I feel like the run was because he had to go chase down Savage. He's angry.
Hmm.
But I mean, maybe. But yeah, he slapped the shit out of him with that scepter.
Yeah, and also there's that moment where after he's pinned and the ref's checking on both of them and he's like looking at the glass, you kind of think like, oh wait, is he about to reverse this? Like, is the bad ending not actually gonna happen? But he does it, and we have a new champion.
Yep, and you got to live with it. Iraq's won. America's over. God damn it.
So my opinion on this match is Sergeant Slaughter's he's past his prime. Okay. In my opinion, it's just like let's just give this older guy, the champion, because the Iraq War, Sergeant Slaughter, draft dodger, whatever he is,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we're gonna blend in these outside elements to just save the match. Because even though this man wasn't in the match, Macho Man has to be MVP.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, new WWF champion, Sergeant Slaughter. Yikes. Whoever he fights at WrestleMania,
Oh,
yikes.
do you not have it figured out by now?
Unless they're doing the Rumble winner now, then I have no clue who he's gonna fight.
I mean, it's not that they're doing the Rumble winner, but yeah, yeah.
Okay, well that sucks. I don't like Sergeant Slaughter, of course, um, but it's like I don't want to see Hulk Hogan win another championship. Like
Oh, brother. It's just oh man.
that's just dude, and
Yeah.
like and you kind of could tell throughout like 'cause I don't know who said it, but it's like yeah, we're rooting for Hogan in the Rumble because he was saying he's gonna do it for the
Yeah.
soldiers overseas, and it's
Well,
like
if Hulk Hogan wins, he can save America.
yeah, and it's like Bad News Brown, man, he could do the same thing.
He could have, yeah, but he's not even here anymore, I don't think. Like, where the fuck
No.
is he? It's upsetting, man. It's upsetting.
Oh.
So I'll at least say that this was the best Slaughter match I've seen. A lot of crowd interaction, a lot of energy in that crowd interaction. Like, the patriotism was flowing, and this match pretty well benefited from it. I think Savage playing into the story in the finish was great. It was like also the nice little like red herring that the events earlier would lead you to believe that Warrior would retain and end up defending against Savage at Mania or something like that.
which would have been awesome.
You know, which would have been, and for all we know, that's the Mania match. Which
Hmm.
would be cool. Warrior got to do all the Warrior shit, and he stayed pretty protected. Like, he basically had to be fucked over. It's not like it took the full clip of assault rifle ammo that it would have taken to keep Hulk Hogan down, but he was still pretty protected. Not my favorite match of the night, but I don't think it was necessarily a bad one. Like, this match never really got boring. I'll say that much about it for sure. I'm not excited for Slaughter to be champion, but whatever. I'll fucking manage.
We then cut to this like WrestleMania 7 commercial. It's gonna be in Los Angeles at the Memorial Coliseum. Um, yeah, and literally there's no promos. We cut straight into the next match, which is the Mountie, who is Jacques Rougeau
Yes, yes.
with his manager.
No longer an American boy. No longer loving America. In fact, he went back to Canada and learned how to be a Mountie.
Yeah. Versus everyone's favorite Coco Beware, and I totally forgot his bird's name.
Frankie.
Frankie.
So I have some questions about the Mountie. Um, at some point in this, I believe Gorilla Monsoon says the Mountie takes his role here as the Mountie so seriously that he actually went to Canada to take classes to learn how to use Mountie tactics. So
Okay.
he's not an actual Mountie?
Yeah, it's just
The
a
big boss
facade.
man didn't go to the police training academy so he could better have moves to be the big boss man. He's a fucking cop. The Texas Tornado didn't go to tornado school and learn how to be a tornado. He's just a tornado. What the fuck is this? This gimmick is a lie. This gimmick is fake. It's the fakest thing about this fucking cartoon wrestling show.
Yeah, I'm. You
What
know
is
what?
this?
I'm done watching wrestling, bro.
This is fucking stupid. But
Who-
is it not entirely fucking obvious who this character was created so they could feud him with?
Oh, the British Bulldog.
Brother, come on.
Okay. The
He's the
Mountie.
Canadian cop, dude, who's a
Oh,
heel.
oh, Boss Man. Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
man.
dude, this motherfucker's gonna about to have to experience some hard time.
Hard times, Cobb County. Uh, yeah, dude. This match, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. It was awful.
Yeah, it's kind of sucked.
Uh, so I'll try to get through
Coco
it.
was cool. Coco did some nice looking stuff. Like, Coco's a good wrestler, dude.
Yeah.
He has some nice offense. Like, he's got some clean stuff in his role of, like, explosive lovable baby face with the bird, and put over when we tried dumbass characters like the Mountie.
Who zaps
Hopefully the
Coco,
Mountie
by the
character gets
way?
cooler.
Who zaps Coco
Yeah,
with a cattle prod?
fucked up, dude. Also, Jimmy Hart shouting in Frankie's face, like, "Look at him! Look at this! You see this? You see what we're doing to him?" That was fucking awesome. Because of course, like, Frankie's not gonna talk shit back. Like, Frankie didn't know what's going on, but that didn't stop Jimmy Hart from fucking yelling at him. Other than Jimmy Hart taunting a bird, this match was like pretty boring.
Yeah.
Um, but the cattle prod only makes me miss Terry Funk that much more.
Oh God. Remember when he beat the shit out of fucking Ric Flair, bro?
I sure do, man.
Put him on that fucking table, man. Broke his neck. Ugh. Uh, but yeah. Where was I? Uh, oh yeah. So towards the end of the match, Coco, he reverses a pile driver. Uh, and then he does like a swinging neck breaker on the Mountie. And then he starts flapping his arms. And then Coco follows up with a headbutt and then a drop kick. And then of course Jimmy Hart distracts him. And the Mountie, he's trying to capitalize on the moment. But Coco, he does a springboard for only two. And then Coco the Mountie's trying to clothesline Coco. He ducks him, but then the Mountie finally catches him with a slam and wins.
Yeah, it's just a shitty version of the Boss Man Slam, which again, kind of on the nose, but
I miss,
whatever.
I miss Raymond. Uh,
I know, dude.
yeah, this
Cause
match.
I, cause yeah, like I said, I think Coco looked good, but like Mountie didn't do anything for me. And it's not like he wrestled any different than before. Just worse because now his gimmick isn't that he's a good wrestler. He's a fucking fan of Canadian law enforcement or some shit. Like I don't know because he's not. It's not like he had a career as a Mountie and now he's embracing it. No, he like all of a sudden decided to take Mountie courses. Like I don't fucking get it. I don't understand what's going on here. Uh, but it just nothing made me excited for the Mountie. And what didn't fucking help was this following the title match. Like what the fuck? But I guess it was to give some time to settle down from Slaughter winning because I guess that brought the spirits down. But fucking Mountie winning wasn't gonna help.
No, yeah, I mean it just made it worse. Two non-American loving people lost back to back. But
I know what the fuck, dude.
we get
We're gonna make up for it
the King's back. Macho Man and Sherry, they're being interviewed
though.
by Sean Mooney. Sean's like, Randy, those attacks that you had out there on Ultimate Warrior were horrendous or a heinous act. And Savage, he's basically saying like, he was never the WWF champion. I was always the champion, past, present, and future, yesterday and tomorrow. But yeah, he's he's saying that he's now the number one contender. And
He has to be because Sergeant Slaughter said he'd give him the title shot.
mhm. And then they hear banging on the door, the Warrior and Savage and Sherry run. All right. Hey, you can't have them without having another Slaughter. Okay, I'm a purple
We
fan,
definitely can't.
and I love the purple on the belt, by the way.
Yeah, I did think that was interesting because I wonder if it's gonna stay that color or if it'll just be back to the black strap the next time
Mhm.
we see it. Because that was another thing that was interesting is like every time Warriors had a different color for the belt. So anytime I saw like the black one, I would have probably bought that as like the indication of
Yeah,
maybe they're switching the belt back. But Slaughter won the purple one. It was like the weird like I don't know what that like fuchsia or like whatever the fuck that color was. I don't know, some like shade of purple.
I love purple. Let
Like
me
because
see.
it was a very light shade.
Let's see. Purple winged eagle belt. All right, $500.
Easy. It's
I actually,
easy.
I
All
actually
right.
think I wanna buy a belt soon. Not one of those expensive ones,
Yeah.
but maybe like I don't know, one of those Brock Lesnar Monday Night Raw champion belts or something.
Okay.
I don't know. I want to buy a belt though soon because I want to.
You should just wait until you see a title design throughout the years here that really grabs you.
Okay, John Cena spinning U.S. title belt.
If that's the one that grabs you,
Dude, it grabbed me as a kid.
It grabbed everyone as a kid.
Um, but yeah, the Sergeant Slaughter interview, basically, what he's saying is like, he's telling Gene to shut his mouth, because he gives the orders now around here. He's top dog. And he's claiming that he's gonna, he's up to something. He's gonna be doing something, and you better believe that I'm gonna go do it. And then he, of course, ultimate puke. And everyone better start respecting me now. All right, cool. You know, WWF, they want to always do something, for the soldiers and everything. WCW, same way. It's just like,
Yeah.
hey, let's do
Yeah.
something nice for everyone. So they did this thing where it was like these fans pre-tape messages like, hey, let's go shout out the troops and stuff. Very nice thing. Like, it's not a bad thing to do.
No, no. Imagine Tout, but it's 1991. Do you remember that in like 2012 when WWF or WWE was doing that Tout thing?
Yeah, the tout. Yeah, okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah, there was this. That made me think of. This made me think of that.
Yeah. Oh God.
Just slightly more awkward than Tout, which was, by the way, awkward. But like, I feel like every single one of these little messages here, and I okay. By the first of all, I understand this is like a very like heartfelt thing and a very like nice moment, but it's been like 30 something years, and if I want to make fun of it, I'm gonna make fun of it. Okay,
As you should,
the
yeah.
shit's been resolved, and shit's out there. Like everything's okay to make fun of or
And we
nothing
we
is. Fuck
won.
you. Yeah, yeah. Also, I know what happens to Sergeant Slaughter's title run, so fuck you.
Oh God.
So every single one of these were like just one after another, just awkward after awkward after awkward video, and it just never fucking stopped. Like it's a heartfelt moment. I'm just a heartless troll, you know.
Yeah, as you should be.
Like they all made me cringe. It never stopped. Like this thing felt so long.
But
Oh
yeah,
my god,
so
it felt as long as Vince shouting every Rumble winner or winner, every Rumble entrance name.
we get we finally we get some of those. We're gonna interview every Rumble participant too. So uh, I think first we get Jake Roberts. He's gonna he's gonna cut through all 29 men to get to Rick Martel. I don't want to
Oh, hey,
win.
Jake's eye is better now, by the way. Jake
Yeah.
has an eye again. His eye came back.
That's what happens, they, after your eye, it just starts to fix itself eventually, or you forget to put your contact in. Uh,
I have a note when we get to Legion of Doom, but you can
okay.
go however you want to.
Yeah, earthquake. I don't really want to talk about it. Like, it doesn't matter. You get what these people are. Earthquake. He has a little promo. Everyone's gonna come after me.
Everyone gets their
Yeah.
Rumble. I'm gonna win the Rumble promo.
Yeah, Greg Valentine gets one. Texas Tornado gets one. And then here you go.
Okay, so Hawk says, if life is like a roller coaster, then you don't want to take a ride on either of us. What?
Yeah,
What the fuck does
I don't know, actually.
Animal Animal responds? All he can say to that is, "That's right, it's Rumble time." Yeah, that's all you can fucking say to that. Is what the fuck did he just say? If life is like a roller coaster, then you don't want to take a ride on either of us. So are their lives just fucking terrible? Like, are they? What's going on? What does that mean? I've heard Hawk say some wild shit over the years, but this was by far one of the most confusing.
Hmm.
Hey, anyway, British Bulldog's back, dude. Isn't that awesome?
Yes, and it is, I know his name, Davy Boy Smith.
Yeah, and he's glad he's a bulldog. He said that because it's a '90s WWF now, so
Yeah.
he's not he's not the embodiment of a bulldog. He is a bulldog. He's British one. He's not. He's not Davy Boy Smith of the British Bulldogs anymore. He is the British Bulldog.
Mr.
Fuck
Perfect,
yeah.
greatest athlete.
Intercontinental champ again,
Thank
baby.
God, and always right in the world. You know what I mean? Always right in the world.
Yeah, well, we have Slaughter as champion now, but okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, Tugboat. And he's like, if it comes down to Hogan and I, then toot. But yeah. And then we kick it to Gorilla and Piper. They're talking for a second, blah 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 blah. And then we go to Sean Mooney, who's talking to DiBiase and Virgil. And I love Virgil to death, in a sense
Yeah.
of I'm thankful we finally get to see him wrestle. And I love how for what, at least, I don't know, 5 years now, every time we see Virgil in a promo, he's holding up $101 bills or whatever, and he
Yeah,
keeps it there in the
yeah.
sky the whole time. I love Virgil. I think he's hilarious. Uh, what happens in this
Man,
match?
it was a great night for you then.
Yeah. Um, yeah. But our next match
I'm
though.
gonna say what's about to happen is I think is probably some of the best fucking TV. Just one of the best like storytelling moments that we've had so far on this show entirely.
Next match though, Ted DiBiase and Virgil versus Dusty Rhodes and his son Dustin Rhodes, better known as Gold Dust. When are we getting the
Not
Gold
yet though.
Dust gimmick?
95, I think. He's about to have a WCW run that we're gonna have to get
They're
through
so
first.
so they're both about to go there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And as a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure Dustin is on. He's either on Wrestle War or Super Brawl. Like I think this is the last time we'll see these guys on WWF.
For a while.
Yeah, I mean until Goldust comes back, and then until like, dude, Dusty Rhodes doesn't pop back up in WWE until like 2007,
That's crazy.
2006 or seven.
I know he's there for like Cody Rhodes' debut.
Yeah,
So
he'll be in fucking TNA for a few years.
wrestling or just being a manager?
Um, Mostly there as like just a character, and then at some point he's like an authority figure for a little bit. But he fucking wrestles AJ Styles at some point.
That's awesome. But yeah, Cameron, what'd you think about this match?
Man, this um this was great. Um, I thought this was a wonderful. Like the match itself was not important.
Yep.
It's the story here.
Yep.
Uh, so I don't want to like get too far ahead before we talk about the match itself. But the match, like I said, the match itself was just kind of it was a match. It was fine, but it wasn't supposed to be like this technical masterpiece, blow me away match. This was storytelling done to damn near perfection. Like, this was so good. Um, so first of all, anytime I see Dustin Rhodes, first of all, great wrestler. Before I go any further,
How
great
was that
wrestler, and
WCW
anything
run?
I I don't remember honestly. I've never really watched a lot of early 90s WCW. So I'm kind of experiencing it for the first time with you.
Fuck yeah.
Uh yeah. So but as I mentioned earlier, if I want to make jokes about something, I'm fucking going to. So Dustin Rose to me always looks like he is on the verge of tears. Like even when this dude is happy, he's to me he just looks like he's like one one bad thing away from just breaking out into tears. But it's who cares? Jumpstart on the baby faces because of course Rhodes clear the ring and they get the better. Virgil and DiBiase is admonishing him for it. The tension's building up. DiBiase demands he tags in, and he pretty much just like immediately takes Dustin down. So I thought that was a really great detail because he's getting pissed off at Virgil for not, being able to keep Dustin down, to be able to beat this, the baby Rhodes kid. He's not able to keep him down. He should be able to do that shit. He pays him to be able to do it. He should be able to do it. And the second he tags in, he's able to just take Dustin down. Like, there's how you do it, you worthless shit. Now get back to him. And then he'll give it back to Virgil, and then Dustin will take back over. It's a great little story here. And whenever Dusty Rhodes tags in,
Yep.
I don't think this dude has to wrestle at all if he doesn't want to. This dude is the epitome of performer. He has the crowd in the palm of his hand with every single thing he does. And all he has to do is just keep dancing and hitting people with like any type of charisma, which by the way he has plenty of. And the crowd just reacts to it. Like, he's such a great performer.
American or America Dream. God.
And on the opposite side of that coin is DiBiase, who's like such a great heel. And the two of these guys working together, it's a perfect feud, like in every way. Like, Dusty is an amazing babyface, Ted DiBiase is an amazing heel, and both of their characters are the actual opposite of each other. So like this is a feud that was like forged in stone fucking years ago, and it's a shame we're only going to get a few months of it here, and it's mostly made to tell the story of Sapphire's heel turn and Virgil's babyface turn.
Um,
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm trying to remember where I was here. But what were you gonna say?
you were getting close to the end, so I was gonna jump in.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so essentially what's happening is Dustin Rhodes is in the corner, and Virgil and Ted, they're taking turns, ramming his leg or his knee into the corner, actually. Uh, and Virgil and, like I said, or into the post. And so basically, Virgil accidentally hits DiBiase with a clothesline. And you get like this kind of like, what the fuck did you just do, bro? And then Ted loses his shit and literally throws Virgil onto the floor. And then Dustin tags in Dusty. Dusty misses on DiBiase, and DiBiase rolls him up for the win. Kind of a bland ending, but it's kind of cool in the
I
sense
thought so
of
too.
it's kind of cool in the sense of like, I didn't fucking need you, bro. I can kick both their
Yeah.
asses alone.
And I think that was the whole point. He was like,
Yeah.
I hired you to do a job for me, so I didn't have to do this bullshit myself.
Right.
DiBiase basically beat three dudes on his own. Like, if anything, he didn't need. He literally did not need Virgil.
And if that is, if we see them on the next show or whatever for WCW, it's nice to know that like Ted won the feud, our guy. I mean, I like Dusty, but like we love Ted a lot.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of a $1 Million Man. I love that he just immediately begins beating the fuck out of Virgil after he makes the mistake, Uh, and I thought it was kind of similar to Freebirds and Little Richard Marley.
Oh.
Not quite the same thing, but like I immediately thought the same thing. It was like he messed up. Let's
Yep.
just immediately beat the fuck out of him,
Yep.
But it's really it's all what makes this segment what it is all right here in the aftermath of the match. The match is over. The Rhodes can leave and get out of the way of the story that we're actually telling. I would have liked Dusty to get the win here, even if it was because of the Virgil miscue. But again, I also do like how you were saying, like, DiBiase just, I don't fucking need the help. I just wanted it so I didn't have to deal with this shit.
Yeah.
But here we are in the post match, and this is where the magic happens here.
Yeah, so Ted grabs the mic, man, and he's like, everyone has a price for the $1 Million Man, and if anyone crosses me like, Dusty Rhodes did, they're going to pay the same price. And then he does a slow turn. He's like, Virgil, you idiot, bring me the $1 million belt. And Virgil, by the way, I love the pants, the purple pants and the white. It's amazing. I'm a purple fan.
You
Uh,
did say you're a fan of purple, yeah.
he grabs the belt. Virgil enters the ring, and he's kind of on one knee. He has the belt in his hand, and he's like, "I demand you to pick it up and put it around my waist." And Virgil's being hesitant about it, and he's like, "Think of your mother, Virgil." And DiBiase turns his back to him, and he's gloating, and the crowd's booing him, yelling at him. And then Ted turns around, Virgil hits him with the belt, and then Virgil's looking around, I guess just enjoying his moment here, and then he drops the belt on Ted and leaves.
What a moment.
Yeah.
Great moment.
Hey,
So, what's up?
I was gonna say your king's here. Do you want me to continue, or
Yeah,
did you
dude,
have something?
that was a really I really love the story that was told here.
Yeah, no,
That
it went like the wrestling was okay, but it really went into the story aspect of wrestling on this match.
yeah, for sure. Because you had like Virgil struggling with it. He had fought so long, and for the first little while, of course, we had no problems because Virgil was doing great work. He was keeping DiBiase safe. He was taking the hits for him. And then over time, it's just like, yeah, everybody has a price, but they also have a limit. And then Virgil finally hit his, and seeing him have enough and like lay DiBiase with the belt, even after he like struggled with it because he gets down on the knees at first to like bow to him, put the belt around his waist, and then he's like, you know what, nah, fuck this, I've had enough. Just bam, great fucking moment, and from of all people, Virgil.
Oh, bro. You just get you love it. I love it. It's amazing. Shout out Virgil. I wonder what's gonna happen now. Is he jumping ship too or no?
I'm pretty sure they have a match at some point. I don't know if it's at WrestleMania. I don't know if it's at SummerSlam, but I'm pretty sure they'll have a match at some point. And I honestly don't know if Virgil sticks around and wrestles that much longer because, like, bro, look at this babyface roster. What do
Yeah,
you do with Virgil? Like,
yeah.
what heel does he feud with, and where on any of these cards do you give it? Do you make room for it? It's like nothing against Virgil, but like I feel like his role is kind of fulfilled it. It's kind of kind of got what we need out of it.
But we have Mean Gene interviewing your king, Hulk Hogan.
Oh yeah, well someone's king.
Yeah. Uh, you
This is a
know
really
what,
long
brother?
promo for All American Beer.
It's time for the Hulkamaniacs to unite. And yeah, um, I'm dedicating this match to the troops, and I will win the Rumble. And yep. And yep.
Gene tells him he heard a rumor that
Oh yeah,
Slaughter has
he grabs
defaced
his
the flag,
earpiece. Yep.
and Hogan's like, "You son of a bitch! Let me tell you something. Your reign is gonna be just like, yeah,
Saddam
fuck you.
Hussein.
Yeah, you know who, Gene." Hilarious that Hulk Hogan fucking fumbled that.
Oh God. Uh,
Uh,
yeah, and
Whatever, dude.
I guess there you can just be like, yeah, this fucker's gonna win back to back. And I'm an
Yeah.
idiot. I'm an idiot. And so what we spoiled, this was what 34 years ago. Grow up.
Homie, I've known the whole time who's winning the fucking Rumble, and I
Yeah.
just didn't have the heart to tell you. Like,
And no, I'm an idiot though, because they were like, oh, Cody Rhodes joins an elite group of back-to-back winners. Like, and I forgot Hogan was in that group too.
well, that the implication there is after this one, you never have to worry about a Hulk Hogan Rumble win ever again.
Really? Because thank you God, oh my
Yeah,
God.
Unless Hulk Hogan enters the Rumble and wins in 2025, I don't think you'll ever have to worry about a Hulk
Dude,
Hogan
I
Rumble
don't, if
win
CM
ever
Punk's
again.
there, good luck. He's gonna dump his old dusty ass and end Hulkamania forever, man.
That's what he said. Yeah.
Dude, the Rumble's here. I love the Rumble. I
Yeah.
remember, especially like
It was really
years
cool to get a
past.
Rumble the week before the Rumble.
Yeah, dude. Oh, dude. Oh my God. And you're off, and we can watch the Rumble if you
Oh
want
yeah,
to.
we're watching the Rumble. No, we were watching the Rumble.
Awesome.
We're watching the Rumble.
Yeah. So who do you think enters first? In
Oh man,
1991.
oh in 1991. Okay. Well, I know who enters first because I've watched this. I thought you were asking me who's gonna enter
No,
first.
no,
Now I was like,
my bad.
I could not guess, but I have no idea.
Bret the Hitman Hart. Can you believe that? Our guy
Yeah, what a
enters
pick,
first.
man. I believe. Does this guy? Well, no, he didn't. I'm pretty sure at first he was the first guy to have the record for the longest time in the first Rumble because it was
Right.
only 20 guys. But then I'm pretty sure DiBiase beat that one before this Rumble here.
Yeah, because DiBiase lasted fucking forever last year.
Yep, but we have a new record out of this Rumble though. So
Yes. Who was it? Rick Martel?
it's Rick Martel.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Shout out Rick Martel, man. Get that fragrance everywhere. Um, but yeah, number two, Dino Bravo. Uh, and for some reason, Gorilla is calling him a cheapskate. Because he got number two. I don't know if it's like a millionaire thing. I didn't understand what was going on. Uh,
I don't either.
but yeah, here's what we'll do. I'll go through. Feel free to jump in. I've took a
Yeah,
lot of
I'm
notes.
just gonna put in. I have just notes between every entrant, if I had any at all. And my note after Dino Bravo was nothing much happens. So
Yes. Common tie-ups. I think Brett actually almost eliminates or Hart almost gets eliminated early. Um but yeah, they're fighting and number 3 hits. What I hate about it, they have enough guidance to put down a counter from 10 to 0, but they don't have enough sense to put in number 3 Greg Valentine. On the
yeah,
bottom or something like
the
that.
whole match I was like, do I have the right number? Am I?
Yeah, I did.
It definitely got fucking weird around 18.
Yeah, cuz didn't someone just not show up?
Yeah, it was savage.
I wonder why. Do you know?
Well, they paid that off. It was because Warrior chased him off out of the building.
Uh, so yeah, so Greg Valentine's entered.
Is Valentine a babyface now? Like, what the fuck is going on?
Maybe.
Because he's not dressed like Honky Tonk Man, and they directly imply that he has issues with Jimmy Hart. Because he like literally, has an interaction with Jimmy Hart, who's out there with Dino Bravo.
Hmm. I would assume so.
Well, he also eliminates Bravo, by the way.
Yes. Very quickly, right? Like Bravo's only in the match. What? 2 minutes, basically.
3 minutes and 6 seconds.
Gotcha. Yeah. Uh. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Where are we? Yep. Eliminates Bravo. Yeah. So number 4 comes out. Paul Roma. Paul Roma, one half of shit, something glory,
Power and glory.
power and
Power
glory.
and glory.
Uh, who Piper calls Romeo about 30 times in the match.
Yeah.
Uh,
Uh-huh.
some casual fighting, no really eliminations yet. Number 5, our guy Kerry Von Erich, Texas Tornado, gets in the match. Oh,
No, I'm just pointing out that like before Texas Tornado comes in, there literally is every man for himself. There's no alignments because I'm sitting here wondering if Greg Valentine is a babyface, and then when Roma comes out, he joins up with Roma immediately, and they start beating the fuck out of Hart. But then Roma just starts pounding on Greg Valentine, and then Hart just clonks them both. Everyone's just hitting everyone.
which is good.
There's so many times in this Rumble where like people like a baby face will walk right by a baby face and just like hit him. Like I watched baby faces stopping Hulk Hogan from eliminating heels, and I heels from eliminating Hulk Hogan to the point where it actually kind of made no sense. Where with the every man for themselves thing, where it's like I get the every man for themselves shit, but stopping somebody from eliminating somebody is very counterproductive in this match, especially when you're stopping somebody from eliminating Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
It's 1991. Let's fucking act like it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I agree. Especially if you're like in a sense of when you're thinking about it, of course you want to win too, because it's like, okay, if he eliminates
Yeah,
him, then that's just easier for me. So, uh,
yeah. Like also, if there are two people attacking Hulk Hogan and have him almost out, fuck, help him. You know?
yeah.
Or, at the very least, don't stop them. Let them spend more energy because they're eventually going to get Hulk Hogan. But stopping people from eliminating the favorite to win the match, who has, by the way, kicked every ass of every heel on this fucking list of people involved in this match. He's fucked all of them up at some point, except the Undertaker. Which, holy shit, we haven't even talked about the handling of the Undertaker in this match. We'll get there, but like, I don't want to get ahead of myself because man, I have some opinions on some things coming out of this Rumble. But I mean, I don't hate everybody hitting everybody, but like, let's put some fucking logic to who we hit and why we hit them and when we hit them.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I mean, I can see where you're coming from, essentially. But yeah, we'll get there. Number 5, Texas Tornado immediately comes in and starts beating the shit out of Paul Roma.
Oh, dude, he spins. He does not stop spinning.
Yeah,
Like
he
this dude's like
spins
a
a
fucking
lot, bro.
Beyblade.
Even with that bad leg, like he still spins a lot.
He's
Uh,
the entire game because he's a tornado. You fucking fake Mountie bitch.
can we here real quick? Let's pause this. Is Jacques Rougeau alive?
I don't know.
Let's
Look, Jacques
see.
Rougeau's great. All right, I'm shitting on the Mountie character and the idea of it. Okay, and
Jacques
it's in
Rougeau
jest.
is alive, so we'll send him some
It's
hate mail.
it's in comedic tone. I don't care or wish any bad things towards Jacques Rougeau. I'm sure he's fucking awesome, and like he's had some great performances on these shows. But that fucking Mousy character is so stupid, and I'm gonna talk all the shit I want on the Mousy.
You know something funny too? I googled Jacques Rougeau, and in my mind, I can only imagine him as a Rougeau brother. But literally, if I would have googled Jacques Rougeau weeks or months ago, I would have realized he was a fucking Mountie. Because literally, right when you look up Jacques Rougeau, there's like 12 photos of him being this Canadian cop, bro. So I'm glad I didn't, because that would have spoiled it for me. Because it's funnier going in it blind, of course. Um, number 6 though, number 6 entrance is Rick
Hero,
Martel.
hero, hero.
My hero. Yeah, 100%.
What
Um,
a fucking performance this guy's gonna have, dude.
yeah, exactly. If I can get a Rick Martel painting would be awesome. Rick Martel and Bad News Brown hanging out at a bar would be the best.
Oh,
Um,
dude. Throw it to AI art and make them put it together for you.
yeah, and here's one of your things.
So Martel will have like 7 toes or whatever.
Yeah, or like 3 hands.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, here's one of them. I actually wrote this down. Rick Martel starts fighting Brett, but Roma stops it? Question mark.
Yep.
So I
Because every man for themselves. Foe versus foe. Friend versus friend.
and
Everyone hits every goddamn body.
number 7 though, number 7 entrance.
Yeah, sure, dude.
Who is
Saba
this?
Simba. This is Tony Atlas, I guess. I don't really know what this gimmick is. I just know
Tony Atlas. Okay. I
just
didn't
it's
know.
just Tony
I didn't
Atlas.
look. I didn't Google it. So awesome. Um. Okay. Doesn't he know that the Lion King's coming out in a couple years? Maybe it's before his time.
No, probably not. Dude, what let me look at this shit. I need to know what Saba Simba is because second return to the WWF. Uh, okay, why is it not explaining to me what Saba Simba is? It just says he wrestled as Saba Simba. I just want to know why he's Saba Simba and why isn't he Tony Atlas? He played a warrior of a Ugandan tribe as and was intended to feud with Akeem, but the feud never took place after Akeem departed from the promotion. Atlas was kept at mid card status, unpopular at best, and racist at worst. After the Rumble, he was taken off TV and was inactive with the company. Oh, okay. Well, bye, Saba Simba.
Yeah, it was nice knowing you. So yeah, I think the crowd hated him too, right?
I did not pay really any attention to how they reacted to Saba Simba because I was immediately like, as soon as he comes in, um, Martel almost goes over, and then Roma stops somebody from eliminating him, and I was triggered again. So I wrote that down.
Um, yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, number 8.
He's not in long.
Oh, Saba Simba, no. But number 8 though is a bushwhacker. We have Mr. Butch himself. Love his
Yeah,
monster of
not
the
Pete
ring.
Dunne. Butch. Bushwhacker Butch, not Pete Dunne.
Yeah. And Martel and Simba go over the top. Martel luckily lands on the apron. But yep, Saba Simba is eliminated. Hate to see it.
Cool.
Yep.
See ya, dude.
Number 9 entrance though is Jake the Snake Roberts, and you would have thought America just won the war of how happy these people were to see him.
Yeah,
Jake
they loved it. It's a massive reaction.
Jake Roberts, of course, instantly goes after Rick Martel. Jake kind of like tries to go for a DDT, but it was weird. He
Yeah, sure.
Martel he uses the ropes to get away from it. And out comes number 10, Hercules. And of course, tag teams at least work together in this. So he
Yeah,
immediately
thank
goes
God.
over. He's helping out Paul Roma and everything.
There's
Rick
this
Mar-
nice little visual here of Texas Tornado like forcing Rick Martel to be his meat shield.
Yes. Okay, yeah, that's what I was gonna bring up. Um
Oh, sorry.
no, you're good. You're good. No, that's what I want you to do. I want you to wherever you have anything. But yeah, number 9 or not number 9. Where am I? Number 11 is one of the worst wrestlers of all time, Tito Santana. Uh, I'm so sorry.
You know
Tito.
what's weird is I wrote on number 11 I wrote nobody comes out. That's weird. Just kidding, it's Tito. And I just confused myself because I had no idea that number 18 was going to be the way it is.
Oh my God.
That's pretty funny, I thought. Um so Tito goes after, can you believe it? Rick Martel. Let it go, dude. Just
Yeah.
let it go, man.
That was literally 2 feuds ago, brother, for Martel. Martel's on to bigger things.
Yeah, dude, Martel's already blinded somebody, okay?
He'll never forgive him, man. He'll never forgive him. Uh,
No, but Roberts does manage to eliminate Paul Roma.
yes.
So fuck tag teams being together.
Yeah, he like
But Roma
rolls.
was in there a minute though.
Yeah, he's going for a
Sorry.
clothesline, and Jake kind of does the duck over.
Yeah, it's called a low bridge.
Low bridge.
A low bridgeism.
Sorry about your knees on the outside. Number 12 though is the dead man,
Fuck yeah.
the Undertaker, who comes in and is like, "Fuck you, Bret Hart," throws
Yeah,
his
get out
ass
of
out of the
here.
ring, bro.
Throws Bret Hart over. 20 minutes though.
Is it
Nice little
just me, or is he kind of slow in the ring?
dude. He still hasn't figured out what the Undertaker is.
Yeah.
Um, it's fine though. Because why not put yourself in a position like this where you kind of have to learn it on the fly? But the problem is like, I do you think they see something in this character right now, or is this just the newest character?
I think it's just the newest character.
Okay, so you don't think that they're trying to actually like build the Undertaker to be
After
like a
this
guy for
performance, I do
Hogan or
not.
like okay, because dude, I have like a whole thing in here somewhere of how much I just dislike that the Undertaker is in this match. Um,
Okay, I can see that.
and yeah, and
He pulls a
I mean,
shit
as I
number.
yeah, I just I just feel like Undertaker being in the match should have been a big thing. Like it should have been like, oh fuck, dude, when is the Undertaker coming out? Like if he gets a high number and there's not many people left in the ring, they're fucked. But instead, it was just like, I'm in the Rumble. That was
Yeah.
it. Um, and knowing what we're going towards, I just have a hard time believing that right now they're not trying to build the Undertaker.
Yeah,
But whatever.
I know he'll make me happy later. Soon, hopefully.
Yeah, for sure.
Um,
Like he flat out eats a tornado punch, and then he just drops tornado, and he just picks him up by the throat, and that's it. He hadn't choke slam or anything like that. He just picks him up by the throat, and doesn't eliminate him or anything. He just kind of get up, and like we're okay. There we go. And then Jimmy Slicker comes out at number 13. Like, what the fuck, Undertaker? He got one elimination coming in, dude. This ring is full of people.
yeah, so Jimmy Snuka comes out. Undertaker eliminates Butch though before the next.
Yeah, bye.
Yeah, see a Butch Bushwhacker. Number 14 though, Davey Boy Smith, aka the British Bulldog. You teased it a long time ago after they left after their squabble with the Rougeaus. You said he will come back.
Yep, with a
By
Mountie.
golly, did you yeah, imagine we got the Bulldog and the Mountie on the same card, brother. What a crazy world we live in. Yeah, number 14 comes out British Bulldog. Number 15
I,
though. Oh, sorry.
well, I have more notes real quick about Undertaker. So he's protected for the most part. Like, I just wish he was tossing more guys out. And then and then they had to do some kind of like 80s bullshit to eliminate him where it took like a handful of guys and Undertaker slipping on a banana peel. But no, instead, and he's getting like ganged up on, which whatever. Like, he's now just mixed in with everybody instead of being special and just running through people. And then he's fucking selling. Dog, you're the Undertaker.
Oh god.
You don't have to sell yet, dude. You don't have to sell yet. You're a zombie. Like, fuck, dude. And I'm waiting for him to start beating people's ass because I want Undertaker to be fucking cool. I don't want to have to like. I don't want that dude to be right. I don't want that guy to be right that like Undertaker doesn't really ever get good. It's just the fact that it's like, okay, yeah, the Undertaker's been here forever, so we love him. I don't want him to be right. I want the Undertaker to be fucking cool. And this Royal Rumble was such a letdown in that department.
Yeah,
I know I have more notes on this, but I'll keep going when I get
especially
there. But
with
go
all the
ahead.
hate mail that we sent.
Yeah, yeah. I'm pretty sure that guy got me banned from Cage Match.
Yeah, they took you off the fucking profile, everything.
No,
You're on there,
just
right?
my account. Yeah, I am on there.
That's what I thought. I should update it. Did they let anyone update it?
I think so, but I mean, they pretty much have all my pro stuff now, especially with this being streamed.
That's awesome. Uh, but yeah, so he comes in at or yeah, British Bulldog comes in at 14. 15 enter smash. Martel of course can't get off the apron. So he's sneaking over and then he pulls down Jake for an elimination. He actually
Yeah,
gets the last laugh on Jake in this match.
yeah. The
And
camera was focusing on them, and meanwhile, in the background, British Bulldog is being awesome. But there are so many people in this ring where it's like, no matter who you're focusing on, you're probably missing something.
yeah, 100%, yeah. You know what's funny? Remember in that cage match that we saw last that I mentioned the guy in the corner on the top who has to be inside the cage so they can actually get footage in it?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's what they should have done here. Just had a random ass dude walking around with a camera in the middle of it.
There'd have been too many people, man. At one point, that would have put 12 people in the ring.
Yeah, that is
Like
insane.
I think we capped at 11. Like I'm trying to like I have this thing where I can't help but keep track of how many people are in the ring. And the pattern, like noticing the pattern sometimes is pretty crazy. Because the first few times it was they have it at 6 people for a minute, and then like somebody would come in, they toss a heel, somebody would come in, they toss a baby, and they let it get to about 8 or something, and then it would start to kind of dwindle down. But here, man, it was consistently like 10 people in the ring.
I don't
We're
know.
good. You can keep going.
Yeah.
Oh, I also I have another note. I don't like watching Undertaker do the will they go over the rope struggle bullshit. It's fine when it's anyone else. It's like I need a reason to stay out of the middle of the ring,
Yeah.
and it's a rumble, so we'll do this to fucking stall. I don't like watching Undertaker involved in that.
Yeah. He should either just be eliminating people or just get the fuck out of the way. You know, he should just be beating the fuck out of
Yeah,
someone in the middle.
I just don't feel like he should have been in here this long. Like Undertaker was in this match for 14 minutes and 16 seconds and got 3 eliminations. Like he's just another character now, and I understand that like that's probably what he was here. That's probably what the plans were. They probably didn't know Undertaker was going to be fucking awesome, but I don't know, man. It's just killing me. It's just killing me. I just want this character to be cool.
Number 16 though is Hawk, who weirdly when he enters the ring, everyone just starts beating the shit out of him.
Including the fucking Undertaker.
Number
And
17
then
though. Oh,
Piper points out that Undertaker is showing signs of fatigue.
well, that's bad.
Yes, it's pretty bad. All right, you ready, man? Let's get dynamic.
Yes, dark match warrior Shane Douglas is here at number
Hell
17.
yeah, dude.
Uh,
Yeah, former dynamic dude, future guy. I'll sit behind at a Waffle House after a New Era show. Fuck yeah.
and
That's all I got.
future guy you'll sit behind at a Waffle House. I'll be roommates with him.
I'm trying to think of when this happened. We might have been roommates. I don't think it was actually.
2022 and 2023. When this?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this happened in 2021.
Damn it. Uh, dude, I knew you then. I guess we didn't talk about it. I met you in 2020.
Uh, yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, you definitely knew me then.
Uh,
I don't know why I wouldn't talk about it. I don't know. Unless I just didn't know you knew who Shane Douglas was or didn't think you knew who he was at that point.
yeah, you probably didn't. So
How
yeah,
does Superfly and Tornado go over the top here?
Undertaker eliminates one, and then Hawk eliminates Jimmy Snuka.
Okay.
Yep. And then
Couldn't
number
just
eight,
give both to Undertaker, huh?
number 18 hits, and no one emerges. Like you mentioned earlier, it's supposed to be Randy Savage, but nope,
Yeah,
nothing.
we don't know that yet. We just know that whoever this was supposed to be has forfeited their spot and they're just not coming. Sure.
I don't blame him. Number 19 though, Cameron, it's the Animal, and of course LOD. Right when he gets in there, they start beating the shit out of people. And they actually do a clothesline on the Undertaker and eliminate him. And then Martel and Hercules, they're like, "Fuck this! You just got rid of the future one of the five greatest wrestlers of all time. Now we're gonna eliminate
Yeah.
Hawk." And then Hawk is eliminated next. Uh,
I love that as this happens, like Animal immediately gets the fuck out of Dodge.
he's like,
At least it took the entire LOD to eliminate the Undertaker. At least.
"Yeah, that is good to know." Yeah. Number 20 though is Crush, who immediately runs in and helps out Smash. Shout out to
Makes
them.
sense.
Now, if you thought that when Jake the Snake entered at what was it, 8, and that was a
Yeah,
big one,
9.
9.
Well, get ready for number
By
21.
golly, number 21, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, who
Yeah,
throws
this
his
dude
2
is
by 4 slides in the ring, and all of America is pinned on this one guy, man.
Yeah, it really makes me look dumb with that whole thing about, like, push him or don't. It doesn't do anything for him to just have a bunch of DQs and countouts. Well, fuck me because I'm 100% wrong. This dude is mad over. And yeah, he's getting a lot out of the USA gimmick, but whatever, dude. Milk it for what it's worth.
Hey man, what's
I
good
have
is
a
like,
funny note.
okay,
Go ahead,
what
go
is
ahead,
it?
go ahead. Uh, it's just that it's gotten really hard to follow the action here because there's so many people. But right now, at some point, Piper goes, "Does it look like there are any friends in there?" Literally, while Demolition are standing next to each other in the center of the ring.
Oh god. Also, it's
And
like,
then this weird little scrap with Hercules and Shane Douglas. Like it looks like Hercules is actually beating the fuck out of Shane Douglas.
dude, there might have been some tension there. I wanted to bring up
Who
this
knows?
the
That's the hardest anyone was hitting anyone.
we actually had to see Duggan have to do something. He actually has to be eliminated. There's no DQs or countouts, so he has to do
Yeah,
something here. Uh, Earthquake though, sound the alarm. Enters at number 22. Uh, Animal right when Earthquake gets in there tries to clothesline him, but Earthquake ducks and drops him over the top. Already forgot what you mentioned it. What'd you call bridge drop?
low bridge.
Low bridge. Um, 23. My winner pick. I
What
told you
a
last time.
best entrance of the entire night, by the way.
Yes, sir. Mr. Perfect, my IC champion. Don't give a fuck. I'm going to take my time, brother. Also, he throws
Did
his
you
towel.
see? Oh, you got it. Okay.
Yeah. And my man, Bobby Heenan, catches that shit.
At the last second, he just like turns around and grabs it. It was awesome.
Yes, sir. And
Moment of the night for sure, right? Like this.
Duggan immediately, he runs after Mr. Perfect, who backdrops him over the ropes. Uh, and yeah, it's just like we literally just saw that a second ago, but okay. And number 24, our hero, I have to say
Yeah,
this.
Hulk
It's in the
Hogan.
script
Yeah,
that WWE gave me because we're all cogs in the
okay.
machine.
Yeah.
Hulk
We
Hogan,
all love Hulk Hogan.
he gets into the
He throws out
ring.
Smash.
Yeah. Smashes out. Hogan is not taking off his shirt, so he's gonna go fight the Earthquake and blah blah blah. Number
Okay.
25. Oh,
Ho- well, Earthquake has Hogan on the ropes, and Hercules stops Earthquake.
who is a now bad guy,
Hercules.
Hercules. So
Yeah. The power and glory. Hercules. Even if you're a babyface, why are you stopping anybody if they're about to get Hulk Hogan?
yeah, our number one op, bro. Um, yeah. So, who comes in next? Where are we?
Haku.
Haku comes in at 25, and Hogan eliminates Greg Valentine, who had the second longest. He came in early as fuck. 3.
Yeah, he went to 44 minutes. See, I didn't realize that this elimination happened here. I had to go back and find when Valentine was eliminated because I thought he also broke the record. Like I thought that he broke the record, and then after he was eliminated, Martel then broke his record. I didn't realize that. I think he was just shy of breaking it. I think he didn't quite beat Ted DiBiase, but Martel did.
At least someone did. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Jim Neidhart comes in at 26. He uh he's
He
running his
sprints to the ring,
yeah,
dude.
runs.
Faster than Ultimate Warrior, if I'm being real with you. Just to choke Hercules for 4 seconds.
Yes. And Earthquake also eliminates Earthquake, my new favorite, Tito
Yeah,
Santana.
yeah. He wins the Royal Rumble right here, dude. It's really cool.
Yeah. And number 27, I hate this spot. Luke,
I
before I
love
can
this.
I love the funniness of it, but if you're gonna eliminate someone fast, go ahead and just try to break the record. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, they did get the fastest elimination here because Randy Savage lasted a total of 0 seconds.
Oh fuck. Yeah, Santino, it's
Yeah, I
over
mean,
for him,
yeah.
bro.
Get fucked, Warlord.
Yeah, Warlord too. So yeah, he marches to the ring and gets immediately dumped out by Earthquake and gets back up and starts marching again, like nothing happened. Uh,
Easiest payday ever, dude.
yeah. Number 28 though, Brian Knobs, one half of the Nasty Boys,
Yeah,
and
the other half, the Nasty Boys was on. He defeated Sam Houston in a dark match.
fuck yeah.
Yeah, cool. I'd have
Again,
rather the Undertaker beat Sam Houston.
Sags, right?
Yeah, and Sags be in the fucking Royal Rumble, mixed in with all the other people that aren't the Undertaker. I'd have much rather had that.
Knobs, he another weird spot where everyone just fucking hates them, and he gets ganged on by a lot of people. Um,
Yeah, that didn't happen to the Undertaker or Hulk Hogan. That happened to Brian Knobs.
and Animal.
Or sorry, an animal. My bad.
Yeah. So Knobs then eliminates Hercules though before number 29, who is the Goldberg and Steve Austin love child, the Warlord. Who immediately
Sets a
gets
new PB here.
yeah. Uh, well, no, oh, he almost broke it, bro. Uh, he's not in here long. But yeah, he's beating up on the Bulldog.
That's what I'm saying. He's already done better than that last time.
Yeah, and then Crush, he's fighting Hogan, and he gets thrown into the floor. And then Warlord
Bro, the
tries.
way Hogan eliminates Crush was crazy. He's like, he throws him, he like alley oops him, and Crush goes over the turnbuckle. Like
Yeah,
that's kind of fucking scary.
uh, yeah, because he was trying to do like the 10 punches thing in the corner.
Yeah,
Uh,
I just love that it's Hogan eliminating Warlord again.
yeah, Warlord tries to close
And
on, and
then
Hulk ducks and sends him over.
when number 30 comes out, the sound this crowd makes.
Toot toot. I forgot what sound.
Yeah. Oh, they boo. Like I don't like they're like so upset that it's Tugboat. I don't know what they were wanting or who they were expecting, but when Tugboat walks out, dude, they just
Yeah.
they just weren't having it.
So yeah.
Tugboat is literally Bruno from Popeye,
Okay.
fitting since
Yeah. Yeah.
fitting since Dick the Bruiser last week was basically Popeye.
Bring Dick the Bruiser back. I miss him. But yeah. So now we have. Sorry, I dropped my pen. Uh, now we have all men. No one else is coming out. Brian Knobs then eliminates Shane Douglas. Nasty boy, Brian Knobs. And yeah, Shane Douglas, Dark Match Warrior. Miss him. Uh, and then Tugboat starts attacking Hulk Hogan. Man, I was
Yeah, what the fuck?
yeah, and Hogan, he gets off him for a second, but then like kind of immediately turns back around and is like, "Fuck you, Tugboat," and eliminates him.
Yeah. Hey, I'm Hulk Hogan, by the way. What
And
did you
then
think was gonna happen?
yeah, for real, they're friends. And then British Bulldog eliminates Mr. Perfect. That sucks. Yeah, man.
It had to happen. Yeah.
Yeah. Rick Martel then drops Jim Anvil, and then British Bulldog eliminates Haku over the ropes. And then we have Bulldog who clotheslines Martel onto the floor. So we have our final four, which is Earthquake, British
Okay.
Bulldog, Hulk Hogan, and Brian Knobs. And
Martell's was cool though because he went up top and like crotched himself, and then Davey went and like shove him over, like because he went through the ropes at first to get on top, but then he crotched himself on the top, and then he had to like get shoved over. I thought the elimination was pretty cool, but he set a new record of where is it at? 52 minutes and 17 seconds, dude. God damn.
shout out Rick Martel for real.
Shout out Rick Martel,
And
hero of the podcast for sure.
if you don't know how a story do in wrestling, you're probably very confused. But if you do understand how things work out, you're probably hating your life right now. As
Yeah, if you've never watched wrestling,
as Earthquake and Brian Knobbs team up to dump out the British Bulldog, they go after Hogan. But if you think this man is gonna take more than 10 seconds of punishment, you were wrong.
nah, man, these heels
Because
are fucked.
Quake, hits with Earthquake Splash. They're both looking away all excitedly. And of
He hasn't
course,
figured it out, man.
Mr. Hulk Hogan hulks up. He gets to
Yep,
his feet.
finishers trigger that.
Yep. Double clothesline. Uh, he kicks out Knobs basically with a boot. And then you get this cool like Hogan Earthquake, it's kind of like one of those what would you fuck I had it. I had a great analogy. Will they, won't they? You never know if they're actually gonna let Quake actually beat Hogan.
Yeah.
But that shit won't happen, dude.
Spoiler.
Yeah. Uh Hogan hulks up again basically after Quake, kind of like was kind of beating up on him. Hogan, especially because Hogan collapses trying to pick up
Yeah, the
Quake.
fucking body slam thing again.
Can't escape it, brother.
At least it happened after Jimmy Hart got popped, so at least something different happened. But dude, this was paid by number Hogan Earthquake match. I liked it the first time, but then fuck, it's been the same thing every time since. Like he's getting his ass kicked by Earthquake and or somebody else,
Yeah.
and he takes a finish and he stands up and he shakes and he says no, no, and then he starts beating him up. Then he goes for a body slam and he falls backwards and Earthquake starts to get some control back until
Yeah. Hulk up, and then big boot, stumbling Earthquake around the ring. Hogan goes for the slam, hits it, clotheslines him, and wins the Rumble. You know what, Hogan? Just go to New Japan so I don't have to watch you right now.
no, dude, America might be saved. We have a fighting chance now
If he goes to
because
WCW, because I know he does soon, like in the next couple years. Is
it's
this
in like '94.
is this dude still dominant over there?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Motherfucker, dude.
What the fuck is wrong with you? What do you?
I know, but I was thinking
Hogan wins,
like,
dude. Hogan wins. LOL. Nothing you're gonna do about it. You're stuck.
uh, I mean, yeah, boring, bad Rumble.
Yeah, I didn't really like the Rumble that much. I mean, like, there was some things I liked. Like I like Martel getting to last as long as he did.
Why
I like
did
the thing
Hulk
with
Hogan
Bushwhacker Luke
win the Rumble
because he's
last
Hulk
year?
Hogan. Because he's Hulk Hogan. Yeah, he was champion and he won last year.
What's the point of him winning last year? There's no reason. And then you make him win this year. I see your reason. You want him to go fight the big bad Iraq guy as our American. I get it.
Yep, there you go. You figured it out. That's the puzzle.
But why win last year when he's champion? You had Mr. Perfect in the Final Four last year. Rick Rude was in the Final Four.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
my
fuck you.
god.
That's why.
All right,
It's Hulk Hogan, man.
let's get into this. What'd you think about the Royal Rumble? You can go, or the whole night in total. What'd you think? You go first.
Well, the opener was fucking great. And the rest, for the most part, was good to pretty good. Sort of like one or two things. Like, Coco Beware and fucking Mountie wasn't that great, but the rest I thought was actually okay. I'm not a fan of Slaughter, but putting the belt on him is certainly an interesting move. The political climate demands that he be the top heel and that Hogan be the top babyface. Like, it is what it is there. And I feel like coming out of this, the main event of WrestleMania 7 is a foregone conclusion. I feel like it's fucking obvious. I know I always give this rating, but I gave this 3 out of 5. Uh, Opener, like I said, was fucking awesome. That's the match of the night for me is Rockers versus the Orient Express. The promo for me was DiBiase before the match. I'm gonna say performer for last. Segment, dude. Macho King and Sherry call out Warrior. That whole segment was fucking awesome. Moment was Virgil laying out DiBiase. Now, performer of the night, man. I'm giving it to Virgil. Wrestling is more than matches. It's more than moves. It's emotion. It's a character's inner struggle. It's watching Virgil fuck up over and over again and deal with abuse from DiBiase until he's finally had enough. The crowd got behind him, despite the fact that he's been a heel this entire time. You know, everybody's got a price, but everybody also has a limit. Virgil, dude, seeing him go through that entire struggle, from beginning to end, it was like that's some real performer shit. And like I don't think he's gonna be the best wrestler on the card. He's not like he wasn't on this show. He's not really gonna be anywhere he is. But for this night, he was absolutely the best performer. That's all I got.
Yeah.
I liked Royal Rumble. Probably the. It wasn't. I will say. Royal Rumble delivers again in non wrestling segments, but none of this was the pose down. I will say that.
I am going to give it. I'm gonna go less. I'm gonna go 2 out of 5. I actually did not enjoy this as well.
Okay.
Um, the best match of the night. I mentioned at top one of the best openers that we've seen on this podcast. Give me the Rockers and Orient Express. It was great.
Yeah.
Both teams. You're getting two agile, quick teams who are very, very athletic. No one else is doing this on a different tag team. Like literally no one
Yeah.
else.
That was really like close to that the futuristic style, like the more modern one now. But like that match was kind of ahead of its time.
And then you get yeah, worst match, the Rumble. I'm actually gonna go to the Rumble. I know
Not the Mountie and Goku Beware.
they should just scratch that match and put them two in the Rumble. Um,
Yeah, I mean anyone that takes
don't
the fucking
have
Undertaker out of the
only
Rumble.
one nasty boy, and then yeah, I guess the other one could take the Undertaker. Uh, so yeah, that was that. And then I want to say performing night. I'll give it to Rick Martel. In a sense of
Yeah.
he did break the record and he lasted forever. And then I'm gonna go with, let's say, promo of the night. Hmm. Promo and moment. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'd have to give it to the Sherry and uh the Ultimate Warrior and Macho Man. Sorry, I'm stumbling right there. But I'm gonna go moment of the night though. I'm gonna give it when my man Macho Man speared and caught Ultimate Warrior off guard, so it beat the shit out of them. That was awesome.
Came out
I
of the
love
fucking
that.
shadows on him.
Yeah, we live in the darkness type shit. But yeah, I didn't think this was a good one at all. Hoping that
I
Wrestle
mean,
War
by Rumble
and
standards.
yeah, I'm hoping that Wrestle War and the main event hold it up for me. But yeah,
Wrestle War is gonna be good, dude. Wrestle War. We have dude, 6-man World Tag Team Championships. We're gonna see the dude Junkyard Dogs in that match.
good, 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 good.
Ricky Morton, Tommy Rich, and Junkyard Dog. That's the team. Then let's see, Dustin Rhodes.
Versus
Dustin
who?
Rhodes will be wrestling. Yeah, Buddy Landell.
Okay.
We get to see the royal family again. You know, your boy Jacko Victory and Rip Morgan. We get to see some Terry Taylor, some Z-Man, Vader versus Stan fucking Hansen, Dan Spivey versus Lex Luger, the Freebirds against Doom, Horsemen against Sting, Pillman, and the Steiners in War Games. Seems like a pretty fun show.
Seems really
But
fun.
main event is what we're doing next week though,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. I don't remember what that card is. I'm trying to pull it up, my bad.
Oh, you're good. I believe in you. Main event 5.
Yeah, it's Hulk Hogan and Tugboat against Earthquake and Dino Bravo. Jim Duggan challenging Sergeant Slaughter for the championship, and Legion of Doom against the Orient Express. Hopefully there's some cool non-wrestling segments that happen because that does not sound like that fun of a time. But it's always fun to watch these anyway and just like chat with you while wrestling is happening.
Yeah, those are kind of my favorite. I'm not those in the movies, bro. I love
Oh
those.
yeah, dude. The
Hey,
movies are
and
great.
guess what? We're gonna
What?
experience more of that. You know why? Cause tell them,
Yeah.
Cameron. Shout it out.
Well, after WrestleMania, is that what you're talking about?
No, no, no. Streaming. You're doing streaming.
Yeah, I know about that. But we already talked about that. Where I'm watching. I don't know about the Saturday one yet though. So,
I know, but like in the future, Cameron.
well, yeah, on Mondays we'll be watching Raw
Yeah,
on my Twitch channel, Jetstream Cam.
as you should
It's gonna be
definitely
a fun time,
follow. Follow
and I'll
and
definitely be
donate as
we'll
you can.
definitely be live reacting to Royal Rumble.
Which will be fun. Dude, last year had no one returning, like no surprise returns. This one better have a shit ton to
Yeah,
make up for it.
dude. You know Joe Hendry won the TNA title, right?
Yes,
Yeah, I think he'll be in the Rumble, dude.
he has to be because
As TNA champion. They've made such a big deal online about the WWE TNA partnership, which I think is really cool.
yes,
It's only
especially
something I could
that
have
the
like
Hardy Boys are
fucking
there.
dreamed of. Like I used to think about all the time as a kid, like, oh my god, dude, if I could put together a WWE versus TNA dream card, what would it look like? And man, holy fuck, if we're not in a time period where that's like not like possible, because it's mostly a deal with NXT and TNA, but I still feel like you're gonna get some TNA representation in the Rumble, like probably maybe whoever the TNA, probably the champion. So like, what's her name, Mia Slamovich or whatever, the girl that beat Jordan Grace.
Yeah,
Like maybe she'll be in it because Jordan Grace was in last year's Rumble. And you don't need to like necessarily put her in, although I wouldn't be shocked if she is in, because I think Jordan Grace is definitely going to be in WWE by the end of the year. Um, and then I think Joe Hendry will be in the Rumble,
and
and
hopefully in
I know
WWE.
that yeah, like if I just believe or if I just say his name enough times or some shit, then it'll happen. I don't know if he'll be in WWE, but like not necessarily within the year or so, but he definitely will at some point be in WWE.
Dude, Zack Ryder, his music hit.
It would be cool if Zack Ryder was in the Rumble, just to have just to know that like just to see Matt Cardona back on WWE would be pretty cool. That dude's
Oh,
done such a good job for himself.
radio, tell me everything you know. I agree. But yeah, that's it for us here. Cameron, if you have anything else you want to say, but besides that, don't forget
Just follow WrestlePodia as always on everything.
on everything.
Yeah, and it's about to be about to be a lot more fun to be had for WrestlePodia
Yes,
because
a lot more things.
with yeah, a lot more things to do. I don't know like how often
Hmm.
I'll be doing like wrestling related things on my stream, but I'll definitely be doing the Raws and the some of, not all of, the live events. It depends on my actual wrestling schedule. Um, and then when I definitely am going to be doing some stuff with 2K25 when it comes out.
100%.
But that's on my Twitch stream at Jetstream Cam.
Yes.
So that's about
Get
to
in
really
while
ramp
get in
up
while it's
because
hot.
yeah, that's about to really ramp up because like my day-to-day schedule's changing, so I'm gonna have more time to actually like devote to streaming, and I'm really excited to. I really enjoy doing it, and I kind of want to see what I can actually get out of it. I'm not like, you know, not like betting the fucking farm on it or anything like that, but I'm pretty excited, and I really would like to build something out of that. Then, of course, Pro South Wrestling, where we're building to Caged Warfare, which is our version of War Games. But we have 2 teams of 6 with the control of Pro South Wrestling on the line against the commission. I sound tired. I am tired. I'm sorry. I'm sounding trained. And then Joblin Junction on YouTube. That's there hasn't been a lot of content on it lately, but it's something as well that I'll be working on a lot more when I have the time, along with my Twitch stream. But that's where a lot of the clips from my Twitch stream, especially if they involve the rest of those people, the rest of those friends for Joblin Junction, and there's like more Mario Party. As a matter of fact, I don't know when this is going to come out, but I do plan to. We're gonna actually be streaming another Mario Party tomorrow night. Hopefully, I'll be able to get them during the day at some point. But for now, I'll take what I can get when it comes to Joblin Junction. So
Yep.
subscribe to that on YouTube, and then
This
I
will
think
also
that's
be out
everything. I
tomorrow
think we're
night.
good. Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm. Yep. We're good here. See you at the Saturday Night Main Event live reacting.
Maybe.
No. Our Saturday Night Main Event. Main Event 5. Not the one coming up.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
not the one coming up.
It's like, don't kill me like that.
Yeah, no.